Welcome back, everybody. It is February the 21st. It has been a long time since I did one of these update videos. It's been about a month. A little bit's happened, not too much, but I'd like to dive in. I actually tweaked this a little bit and I'm going with a little bit of a different format, so let me know how you like it and if it makes sense, and if you need me to slow down, speed up, skip some stuff, or what have you for the future. So let's get into it. Again, this is not financial advice. This is just an update of what I see in the market happening. All right, so we have some early beta sales information. There's not a lot of updates, but I do want to just kind of show you in this new format. I'm going to have a little reminder here for people. There are approximately 561 booster boxes of beta out there and approximately 15,456 booster packs, and that is comprised from 2 packs that are in each starter deck, as well as the 561 booster boxes. And so I'm going to go through and show you booster packs, starter decks, as well as booster boxes for this sealed information. So we have no new sales of booster packs of beta. We have some from December 11th and 6th that I've put up here. All values are in USD now, unless noted, and those were for quantity 2 of each. Then what we had was some beta starter decks from February 19th, from December 7th, and December 1st. And then we had some beta booster boxes. And so when we look at those, this goes back to January 18th. I've actually got one of the February starter decks on here, but I meant to have that highlighted in yellow. I apologize. But here we've got 2 new sales since the last update, and they were from January 18th as well as February 19th, and that was $124 and $150. When we look at the beta sealed boxes, we had one for $600 a few weeks ago, so that's actually dipped down from $800, and you'll see the high there from December 15th of $1,020. So I'm using the last 5 known sales, or the last known sales for averages right now, just to kind of give you guys an idea of what I'm seeing. And it looks like, when you average out the last 5 booster boxes, you get $817, and a 2-player starter $160, and a booster pack at $40. And so I do want to just kind of highlight, there was a private purchase, and this was in my last update, and that was at $900. And so I don't know how many more of these private purchases have been going on. I know that there's some people doing some trading, and there's some activity on the Discord all the time around beta. So be that as it may, we're going to move on to some of the active listings for beta. So again, just a reminder of how many packs and opportunities you have to get rares. What we've got here is some new active listings of beta boosters. You see one for $44. You see some older listings here for the 2-player starter sets. And we have a new 2-player starter set listing that came on February 19th, so that's just under $200. When we look at the sealed booster boxes, we've got 4 new listings from January 10th onwards, and those are from $1,019 all the way down to $699. And then we've also got one listing here that I'm going to get to as well in some of the bundles later on, which is a beta booster box and a 2-player starter for $1,300. So you notice anything that's highlighted in yellow should be net new listings that I haven't shown you before. Anything that's not highlighted is kind of stale or listings that have been up on eBay for a while there. And so all this information here is from eBay listings, folks. So just take that with a grain of salt. I can't scour everything on the internet, and nor do I have access to all the information of all the transactions, but I try to use eBay as well as Dragon World, which is a leading site for singles. Okay, we're going to move on to Welcome to Jalara. So when we get into Welcome to Jalara, we have a few more booster boxes and a little bit more booster packs. So keep that in mind as a result of how many packs are out there and what that might mean to you, and when you're making purchases or trades for any of these products. We still have to get into some data for the booster pack, so I just put TBD for now. When we look at some of the latest sales of booster boxes, we don't have anything new. We've got stuff from December 15th. That's the last known sale on eBay for $5.99, and then we have some going back to November 24th for $2.35. So when we average that out, we get $418 a booster box. And when we look at some of the active listings that we have, we get a quantity of 4 booster packs for $98. We've got some booster boxes going from $475 to $599, and then we've got 2 brand new listings since the last update at $579 and $589. And so we'll keep monitoring this and see what happens with these, but I believe as Origins gets closer to launch and some more eyes turn towards this game, you might see some of this stuff go. So right now might be a good time to pick some of them up for lower price points if you can. All right, we move on to Raze. Raze has 655 booster boxes, and we got some interesting stuff with Raze when we get to the boxes here. We've got the last booster pack sales, quantity 4, December 13th for $78. And then we had 1 booster box in January 15th, and then we've got some new sales here. So all these yellow ones are new sales since the last update. And you'll see that they've gone significantly to the downwards from 358 January 15th. We're looking at 200 to 274, but they have gone up from February 9th. So not sure what to think, but when we look at this, we look at the average. We got $260 average, and then we've got $19.50 for a booster pack. When we look at the active listings, we've got a lot of booster packs. Quantity 1 from November 24th. We've got some, quantity 4s for various amounts, and quantity 5. I believe the quantity 5 comes with a promo card as well. But this quantity 1 for $15 may be a good grab in comparison to what's out there, but I believe a lot of these packs and the Welcome to Jalara packs that are out there are probably people from their Patreon packages. The last few Patreon months, they were giving out Raze and Welcome to Jalara packs in lieu of J2 packs that they didn't have. So when we look at some of the active listings, we already had these from the last updates, but you've got booster boxes from $406 all the way to $515. And we've got 1 new listing since the last update at $315. So there's the lowest $315, highest there $515. Take that for what it's worth. When we get into some other interesting things, we've got some bundles online, and I know that there's some folks on the Discord, it might be the same seller, trying to move a bundle of Beta, Welcome to Jalara, and Raze for $1,500. Then we've got another bundle for 1 of each box, plus the 2-player starter kit, plus 4 Beta boosters, and that's for $1,775. And then we've got a bundle that's got a Welcome to Jalara and a Raze box for $799. And then we've got the Beta starter kit and the Beta box for $1,300. All right, so we're going to move into the singles. So I don't have any Alpha 2017 sales to show you, but I do have some active singles. And I haven't been putting these, maybe singling them out specific to Alpha 2017 in the past, but I wanted to this time. So again, we just got a reminder here. There was 31 starter kits of Alpha 2017 and 11 booster packs. There were only 2 rares in Alpha 2017. It was Meteorite and Guardian of Balance. But we do have some active listings here. So I just wanted to call attention to them because there is a distinction between Alpha 2017 and Alpha 2018, and people that are buying these need to know that, because some of them they have listed here. We're going to show on the Alpha 2018 same cards for similar prices. So, if I'm buying one of these, I'm buying the oldest version, period, for the same price especially. So we've got the Water Elemental, Air Elemental, Guided Arrow, Dedicated Studies, Aura Surge, Air Shield, and Chain Lightning. These are, for the most part, I believe they're all commons except for the 2 elementals. So when you're thinking of this and the pricing of them, just keep in mind that there would have been I think these cards would have all been in the starter kits, and there might have been multiple quantities of them, but the reality is there's just not a lot of Alpha 2017 stuff out there. So these are going to be, I believe these are going to be cool little collector's items in the future. All right, when we move on to Alpha 2018, we've got some active stuff here. So we've got a reminder here, roughly how many epics, rares, uncommons, and commons there were. This does not include cards from the starters or the gift sets, but what you got here is some other cards. We've got 2 different teleportation listings, one from December, one's from October. We've got Oni for $800, and then we've got Chain Lightning, Earth Elemental, and Meditative Ascension. And some of these have been listed for quite a while. Right now they seem overpriced. Who knows in the future? We've got some sold beta singles. So just a little reminder there of what you've got in the how many rares approximately. And these are all from the last update, but I wanted to just kind of bring them up. There hasn't been any new beta singles sold on eBay since. But you do see the Meteorite at $49, and the Demon Scrolls. Pretty much everything on this page except Jalara and Waters are rares, and so you see $49 a piece, $30 for one of the others, and they were all sold back on January 18th, presumably the same buyer. So when we look at some of the active listings, this is still similar to the last update. We've got there's about 33 different commons up for $5.99. There's more commons. There's champions for $8.99 each. There's a Skeleton King for $99, and then we've got a bunch of other stuff for $17. And then for some reason there's an Aura Surge. I think it's 5 Aura Surges actually for $125. So there's nothing really new has been listed since the last update, but there is some stuff out there. We move on to Welcome to Jalara. So this is again from last update. This Lulu Core sold for $75 in January. And then when we look at the active listings on eBay, we've got the same stuff from last time. So, there's a bunch of rares here. There are no there's no epics out there for sale right now on eBay, but you've got some of these rares for $29.99. You've got some uncommons and some commons. And then I did want to call out, so we had the Raze singles that were sold, and this is from the last update. And I did actually reach out to some people in the community, and one of them actually got back via from my last video and was actually able to message me, which was nice, just to kind of let me know that they were indeed all sold, because one of my concerns was that these cards looked like they were relisted, and so we'll get to that in the active listings. But this individual did confirm that they had purchased all of those cards on January 13th from the same person at the same time for these prices. So that made me feel better, because when we look at the active listings, a lot of those same cards are now listed, but for I think $2 less, from $19 down to $17. And so I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't, some people playing games with the listings. But that was nice, because these are all rares. They're not epics. And so this kind of sets a newer bar for the rares from Raze and Welcome to Jalara of, $17, $19. They've sold like that before in the past, so maybe they will in the future. But if you can grab them for cheaper, go for it. Approximately 628 of each of these rares. Some of them, the art is unique to this set. So be that as it may, do what you want. There's some other active Raze cards. We've got the Revenge of the Phoenix. For some reason, that's a few bucks more than Call to the Bones, Anguish Flame, another Tibicina, and a Xifang. And the Xifang's an uncommon, so it's a lower cost there. When we look at the promos, these are this is all from the last update. Unfortunately, nothing new's out there, but this giant scorpion did did go down from $620 to $435, so I did want to call that out. All right, so we're going to move on to what I'm seeing from Dragon World right now. So unfortunately, I don't have the data to show you what has sold, but I try to keep a good eye on their inventory because they seem to have inventory, they sell it, and then they are able to release a little bit more. And I noticed they've, started limiting that to one copy of a card at a time. And I don't know if that's because they don't have as many anymore, or they're just trying to limit people from buying them out. But if you do want to go on there and make any purchases, all of their pricing that you're going to see here is in Canadian dollars. And if you use this coupon code Shockwave, you will save 5%. So, hopefully I can save you guys some money if you're spending money with them. But without any further ado, let's take a look at what they've got. So they have restocked some alpha stuff, which is kind of nice. Looking at alpha 2018, and they have the 7 cards on the screen, as well as other cards totaling 58 of the 90 cards in the alpha set. And so what's really cool on here is you've got the Purifying Wave, which is an epic rare. You can see the red logo in the bottom left corner. Bolt Shot, one of the most iconic cards in the game. Meteorite, another beauty. And then you've got some of the alt art Arthur Tanga champion heroes that were only printed in alpha, as well as they did do some promo reprints. And then the alpha Tsunami. And so the pricing on these is substantially higher than when I first started collecting and looking at this game. But, Purifying Wave is listed for $700, Bolt Shot $500, Meteorite $350, those champions and the Tsunami at $250 each. And so, these epic rares, there's, 25 to 26 of those each approximately. Plus there was the gift sets, where I believe there was 31 copies. So, there's about 56 to 57 copies of Purifying Wave roughly out there. These are very limited, and, I don't know of those gift sets how many of them are opened or will ever see the light of day. So, take that for what it's worth. When we get to beta, we've got some beta stuff for sale. Pretty much, they've got 80 of the 90 cards in beta on the site right now. And so what you're seeing on the screen are all rares, and the betas have gone up. So if you can remember from a few slides back, I was showing you the beta sales on eBay at $49. You now see these things at $65, $70, $50 for the lower end rares. And so the singles don't seem to be slowing down. The sealed boxes seem to be slowing down, but there also is not a lot of inventory, and there may be people who are just not able to afford or wanting to commit enough money to purchase an entire box, but they want some of their cool iconic beta cards. And so, the way I look at this is, if you can get your hands on a beta box, if the rares are all going for a minimum of $50 right now, and if they're selling for this, which I don't know, but I suspect they are, if they're at this price now, they've sold some. There's a rare in every pack. There's, 24 packs. So that's $1,200 just on the rares alone of value. And if you can sell them for 2/3 of that value, you can probably purchase a box of beta and come out okay, especially if you get hit a few Tsunamis and some other good uncommons. So myself, I've got some beta. I think that it's going to continue to go up as Origin comes out, just because there's not a lot out there, and as people are hunting for cards, I think beta is going to do all right. We get to Welcome to Jalara. They've got 9 different epics, and then at least one of each non-epic card, so the rest of the set. So if you want to collect the set and you're not worried about the extended art epics, you could probably get everything off of their site. These 7 epics that are on there Gorgeous cards. I love this Foresight of the Ancients. Just looks great when you blow that up. That Primordial Force, really cool. Cognitive Restriction, awesome. You know, these are going for between $85 to $100 Canadian each. I believe there's 36 epic rares in this set. So that's an expensive set to collect now if you're trying to get them all. And it's really hard to get these cards. There was 3 per box roughly. So when we go to Raze, they actually only have 2 epics right now for sale, the Divine Renewal and the Nuzu. The rest of these are rares. They've got at least one of each non-epic on the site, and you see that the price is a little bit lower for Raze, between $19 and $30 for the rares. So these are they're moving up, but they're I think there's been a little bit of a correction, but I think that overall from the last 3, 4, 5 months ago since I've been following this stuff's at least doubled. So when we get to the promos, so I do want to tell you just I know people might have some questions. A lot of people send me messages around promos, and I'm happy to try to answer them. I have a video that goes through all the promos and the rarities of the top rarest cards, and I've got a spreadsheet that I've built out, but you can find a lot of that on the Haunted Castle Gaming website. And some of the promos, there are no print runs listed yet, but feel free to reach out and I'll give you some information if I can. I do need some pictures though. I don't have this Necrolich 2019 championship promo. I don't know if someone's got that. I'd love to have the pictures just for my own sanity and so I know what I'm showing you guys, but that's one of the ones up there listed. And so when we look at the pricing of these, we've got this Future League Bolt Shot. That's one of the rarest cards in the game. That one's $1,200 right now. And then there's 2 different Giant Scorpions. There's the Heads or Tails Gaming promo as well as the SkyCon promo. There's a SkyCon promo, Tsunami, the Vampiric Kiss, Chiasmodon, and the Full Art Ragnarok Meteorite. And so they have a lot more on their website, including a lot of the foil champions. And then there's also some of the organized play cards. So if you're looking for some other promos, they're the only ones I really know of that have this stuff online. And so, feel free to go to their website and check it out. I did want to show you this as well. I thought this was really cool. So in one of my other videos, the last ones, one of these decks had sold and now the other one has sold. So somebody has bought these starter decks for $2,000. So, in my opinion, that means someone out there is, investing in the game and hoping that this stuff keeps going, because that's a lot of money to put up for this stuff. Okay, so I did want to get into something else real quick here. I know there's been a lot of chatter on Discord, different Discord groups. People have reached out. There's some people questioning kind of the collectability of the game and quality of cards and grading of cards. And so I actually was having some messages today with someone, and one of the cool things that came out of this is that there has been a graded Genesis card, and there is a company in Canada that will grade them. There's another company that grades. So for the collectors out there that absolutely have to have graded cards, I want you to feast your eyes. The first known graded card from Genesis, from Mint, MNT there, you see their logo. It's an 8.5, which is, to me, that's an incredible grade for a Genesis card. And this is the Sky Storm Dragon that there is only 4 of in existence to begin with. So aside from being an 8.5, it's a quantity 4 printed. The grade, to me, the grade on this is almost irrelevant as long as it's not beat up, because there's only 4 of them. So this is at least the 4th best one in the world, maybe even better. And so some of these cards aren't the greatest condition, but I think a lot of the long-term Genesis collectors in the future will realize that they will know and understand what kind of grades to expect from these cards. And so no one's going to be expecting Gem Mint 10 early alpha, beta, Raze, or Welcome to Jalara cards. And you can feel good knowing that you can get this stuff graded and get it into their database. And you'll be able to compare against other ones in the future. But don't think that your cards are at a disadvantage, because a lot of the card conditioning is consistent among the sets. And so moving forward, I really think that this is going to be good for Genesis and the game, because Mint is a Canadian company, and it's probably going to be easier for them to, work with them, as well as, get your cards faster than using some of the other grading companies. And also they will probably have most of the pool if they're the only ones grading them right now. So it might become the standard, and I've been kind of hoping to use these guys myself. So I'm going to maybe send some stuff in, and if I do, I'll send a video to you guys. So really, that's all I wanted to kind of go over today. If you know of other sales transactions for these kind of early sealed products, reach out. I appreciate anybody subscribing. I like reading the comments. I hope to continue doing this for you guys, and I look forward to more content in the future for you. Thanks a lot.